If you're in the construction, Vegas is the place to be, bro. If you're in the construction, it's a lot of that work out here. But yeah, I got a chance to try and figure out some things with this book, bro. What's going on, Wes? Yeah, I got a chance to go through this motherfucker, figure some shit out, bro. Now check this out. Panther, Waterway, standoff in Victory Park. See, right here, he talking about the Slausons, the Huns, Gaylords, Gladiators, and the Brims. He talk about what's up, Coronado? See, he even talk about Huey Newton was addicted to drugs himself, even though the Black Panthers had denounced drugs. Now, check this out, homie. This page 77 of the book. Now check this out. He say, I grew up with Sylvester Scott, and I known the other founders of the Bloods most of my life. So we begin to see the Panthers' first incursion into Compton. I decided to have a talk with Putin. He say, one night I picked it up an unmarked car and drove over to the west side with Officer Bernard Brown. See that? Officer Bernard Brown. He said he had chose Brown carefully. Is what he was saying. All right, that's 77 of the book. Check this out. He say, we turned north off of Palmerlee Avenue and Piru Street where Scott still lived. Is what he say. We waited. He say, we waited on Piru Street until I saw Scott leave his house and start towards Central Avenue. All right. He say off 134th, just off 134th, near the intersection with Palmerlee is an alley called Waterway. Okay? He say, when I turned into the alley, Scott sniffed, I thought you wanted to talk to Johnny, he said. He claimed he talking to Putin. He say, Sylvester Scott took a walk with me. He say, see right, he say, Scott was armed and I knew it. He could not go anywhere without a gun, is what he say. Okay? Now this Putin talking to him, he claimed, what you want, Johnny, he said. I said, I was supposed, this is what he said. What you want, Johnny, he asked, with a full afro, intelligent eyes, clean cut feature. He could have gone to college and been anything he wanted. Instead, he was one of the most dangerous criminals in America's dangerous cities. I said that I suppose he knew what the Panthers was up to. He said Putin told him so. I told him the Panthers was really nothing but the Slausons who wanted to move into Compton and take over. They want your turf, your girlfriend, your trade. I said the Panthers already absorbed some of the smaller Crip sets, and it's only a matter of time before the Crips and the Panthers align. That meant Panthers moving to Compton would be nothing less than an invasion by the Crips. When Huey Newton and Tookie joined forces, I conclude, it would be a whole new ball game. Scott heard me out in silence. So what you want from me, he asked. I was sure he already knew what we wanted to hear me say. He said, you and I had the same interests in common, keeping the Panthers out of Compton. I want you to help us do that. He thought about it for a moment. Despite the deep shadows of the alley, I could see that his face was serious, even solemn. I thought I could still see in the lonely kid I had thrown the ball to 1,000 years ago. What you gonna do for us? He said, putting accent. It was a quid pro quo, and I was prepared for it. We'll back off for y'all till the business is over, I answered. How far? How far, he said, putting accent. Not completely, but far enough. Then he said, check this out. Then he said, who you talking for, Johnny? Who you talking for, Johnny? He wanted to know. It's me and Bernard. You know us. You know who we are. You know we'll keep our word. Then I brought down the hammer he was expecting, and I had to do it. You know what? You know that if you don't help us, if you either think about throwing in with the Panthers, we'll do whatever we have to do to stop it. That was the faintest flicker, surprise in his eyes. Whatever, he repeated. I was talking about killing him, and he knew it. Whatever, I said. He said, Brown and I, check it out. Brown and I drove back to Piru Street. He got out of the car. Don't forget, I called after him. We got a deal. That's page 76 through 80 of this book, bro. Page 76 through 80 in this book, bro. And he claimed to be talking to Sylvester Scott. Now, this is what I don't understand. What year was he talking about? You remember I was telling y'all about the LA Panthers and the LAPD shootout? That happened in 1969, bro, on 41st and Central Avenue. 1969 was the shootout between the LA Panthers and the LAPD. 41st and Central Avenue. That's when the Crips was just starting up, bro. I think the Panthers started, what, in 65? Didn't last for 5 years. They took the Panthers down. So, yeah, so this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying, bro. When the Crips and Pirus formed up, Panthers was gone. Panthers is gone. Supposedly they say what the Crips didn't get to Compton until what, 71? They claim the Crips didn't get to Compton till 71. So the Panthers wasn't even in existence no more, homie. So that's where the confusion set in at. The Black Panthers. Piru's helping y'all against the Black Panthers. Don't make sense, bro. It don't make sense, bro. I don't understand why he would putting out there like that, man. But he swept it down. They putting in the car with him, took him to the waterway, the alley, and had conversations with Putin. Said he knew Putin had a gun on him. He didn't frisk him. He didn't bother him. None of that shit. He even said in the book, him and Bernard Brown took Putin back to Piru Street. When he got out the car, told him, remember, we got a deal. And it ain't adding up, homie. It ain't adding up. Like I say, supposedly, Mac Thomas came to Compton in 71. Two years after the LAPD and the LA Black Panther shootout, 2 years after that, Mac came to Compton. Started up the Compton Crips. Now, you might have had Carver Park Crips already here, supposedly. But like I say, it was a time when they wasn't really considered Compton, homie. It was a time they wasn't even considered Compton. So all I'm saying is this here, bro. Oh boy, shit ain't adding up. Oh boy, shit is not adding up, bro. It's not adding up, bro. That's what I'm saying, cuz the Panthers wasn't around but motherfucking 5 years, man. The Panthers wasn't around but 5 years, cuz I think they started in 65. And like I say, cuz when the Pirus was banging on the Crips, that started in 72. Because in 71, they wasn't tripping on each other back then. 71, Pirus was good with everybody. They was cool. Well, to 72. Shot Mac Thomas' brother, 72. Orwell and Nestor was 72. 72, 73 or something along that line. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying, this cop shit is not adding up, bro. It's not adding up. That's what I'm saying. Google LAPD, LA Black Panther Party shootout, December 69. 41st and Central Avenue. That's what I'm telling y'all. The Panthers is on their way out when the Crips was on their way in. And like I tell y'all, a lot of Panthers went underground, bro. They started the Black Liberation Army, Black Guerrilla Families, and shit like that. Because if you was a Panther, you was targeted, bro. If you was a Panther, you was targeted to be killed or locked the fuck up. One of the two. One of the two, bro. So shit, putting people need to sue this motherfucker, bro. Hey, Miss 702. All of us in this book need to get us some lawyers and sue this motherfucker. It look like he lying on Putin too, bro. Or trying to discredit the man for some reason. Or he trying to discredit the man for some reason, bro. It ain't adding up. It ain't making no sense. But like I say, homie, he throwing all kind of motherfuckers up under the bus. Now, I ain't got to the part yet on Tookie, but he really put Tookie out there, bro. And you see in the book how he said, he was letting, putting out that they are killing if he flipped on them. I just read that to y'all in the book. Said the same thing about Tookie, that they threatened to kill him if he didn't get out the city. Said the same thing about him. Yeah. I ain't got to the Tookie part yet because there's so much in this book. So that's why I'm just telling y'all about the pudding part. But when I get to the rest of the part, what's that, Crippo? You have Black and Miles in here?
Black and Miles?
Nope. You're right there behind. Let me have a sweet, bro. Let me have a sweet.
Plastic or wood?
Wood is fine. Use my card.
107. Are you using debits?
Yeah. Mary, yeah, it's all here.
Just waiting on cashier.
You want customer service? Or reward?
No, I ain't on no rewards. Thank you.
Thank you.
So it looked like Clinton needs to get together too. We just need to see if we got a lawsuit on this dude, bro. We need to figure out if we got a lawsuit on this dude, bro. But this motherfucker full of shit in this book, man. It's not adding up. It's not adding up, bro. Like I said, the shootout was in '69 on 41st and Central with the LAPD and the Panther. That's when Geronimo Pratt and all them went to prison. '69. Like I said, the Panthers was on their way out. The fucking CIA, the FBI, and every fucking law enforcement in the United States was trying to rid of the Black Panthers. Right after that shootout in LA, they had them in Chicago. They killed Fred Hampton. They was killing fucking Panthers for game back then, bro. Killing them like it was for sport, man. They didn't want them dudes around, man. They didn't want them dudes around. Why you think gangs last over 50 fucking years? How y'all think gangs lasted for 50 fucking years? They allowed it to because we wasn't no Panthers, bro. We wasn't militants. We wasn't revolutionaries, bro. That's why they let that gang shit go on for over 50 years and still allow it to happen. Yeah, our Brown brothers had the Brown Berets back in the day. We had the AIM, American Indian Movement. Everybody wasn't white, had some type of militant revolution type organizations. You had the brown berets. Them was the Mexican brothers. You had AIM, the American Indian movement. They locked that boy up. Remember that Indian they locked up? Did they ever let him out yet? You remember they was trying to get him out? You remember when them Indians took over Alcatraz, armed themselves and took Alcatraz Island? All this shit is in the books, bro. All of it, man. I'm just saying. This cop timetable and time frame is not adding up. Why the fuck you get action putting in the power rules to help y'all against the Black Panthers when the Black Panthers wasn't even in fucking existence no more? The Panthers wasn't even in existence no more, bro. I know Putin a few years older than me, but not that much older. Yeah, it's not adding up, bro. It's not adding up, bro. It's not adding up, cuz. And like I say, man, I don't like how he trying to put Putin out there like that, man, because I respect Putin, bro. I respect Putin, bro. And I think the dude had a personal issue with him or something, man, and he must have had a personal issue with Putin or something, bro, for him to try to put the man out there like that. That's page 76 through 80 in that Vice book. So he told Putin, you know we got a deal. It's not adding up, bro. It's not fucking adding up. Say, Big Reggie, I don't be watching them dudes, so I don't know what they be talking about, bro. So I don't know what they be talking about, though. But let's just go with the facts here. We all know the Panthers is out of existence at least by 71. At least by 71. At least by 71. They was killing Panthers in Oakland, LA, Chicago, New York, killing them. Raiding headquarters, gunfights, putting motherfuckers in prison and carrying on. That's how Tupac ended up in California. His mama was a New York Panther. When the police was coming down hard on them in New York, a lot of them came to California. Yeah. Yeah, even the Brown brothers had a movement. The Brown Berets. The Brown Berets. The AIM. The American Indian movement wore berets. Didn't who stop at Baltimore first? What you mean, line time? But yeah, cause we all know the deal. Uh, I think Tupac was at some kind of school in Baltimore, some type of arts school of arts or something in Baltimore. That's how he knew Jada Pickett and them. That's how he knew them from being at that art school. I don't know if it was in Baltimore or where, but you know, Baltimore ain't no but a hop, skip, and a jump from to New York. Yeah. Yeah, so Park Mama and them was New York Panther. She was a New York Panther. Her and her old man. And like I say, when the police was coming down on them, some of them started relocating. Some of them came to Cali. And that's how Pac ended up in Marin County with Ray Love and them dudes. But you know, anybody in the vicinity of Oakland back then, niggas want to claim Oakland. When Tupac was doing his videos, he had Oakland PD in his videos, but Tupac wasn't in Oakland. He was in Marin. Yeah, Ray Love. I love Ray Love music. And all them dudes idol Mac Dre, Ray Love, Pac. All them Bay Area niggas idol Mac Dre, bro. Mac Dre. I know the history to Mac Dre. The original Mac is my homie's uncle. It's his mama's brother. Vallejo niggas is going in San Francisco robbing ballers, the niggas who was having money in Frisco. Word got back that it was coming out the Romper Room in Vallejo. They call their little group the Romper Room. And all they was doing was sticking up, motherfucker. They was stick-up kids. But they was going outside their area to rob niggas. Now, when them San Francisco niggas found out it was coming from them out of Vallejo, they come through Vallejo and kill Mac. Now, Lion Time saying it was a mistaken identity. But they killed Mac. After they killed Mac, a lot of them guys out of the Crest and out of Vallejo area started attaching Mac to their name. Mac Dre, Mac Mall, Mac Minister, Mac this. They all started putting Mac on their name after Mac was killed. Yeah. The Romper Room niggas was going out there to Frisco robbing they ballers. They was snatching they ballers off the streets and robbing them. Yeah, Mac was that nigga, man. Mac wasn't that nigga. You say Mac Minister from Fillmore? Ain't he the one killed that boy in Vegas, out here in Vegas, behind Mac Dre? They caught some nigga from Kansas City out here in Vegas and killed him. Mac Minister. Okay, yeah. That was Mac Minister killed Fat Tom. But he's from Fillmore? It's possible. It's possible. But he has some ties to them guys out of Vallejo, though. Well, I hope he do, bro. But that's my homie uncle. Mac, rest in peace. When Mac Dre and them did that California Living video, they all had rest in peace Mac shirts on. Everybody in the video, the girls, the whole fucking hood was wearing rest in peace Mac t-shirts on that California Living video. Yeah, them romper room niggas wasn't no joke. They knew, yeah, California Living. Mac Dre, that's my nigga, man. I like Mac Dre. Yeah, Mac, they love Mac, bro. Mac was the nigga over there, man, in the crest, bro. He was that nigga, man. And it must mean something, like I say, when they killed him, all them niggas took on Mac to their names, bro. Mac Mall, Mac Dre, all them Macs out there, man. Mac this, Mac that. My son them had a little crew called the Mac something. Mac, they call themselves the something Max. Or Mac something. My son them out there in Fairfield. Started up them a little crew, man. I'm telling you, my son them was raised in the Bay. My son got the Bay Bridge tattooed on him with 707 on it. My other boy got Bay Boy on his shoulder, Bay Boy. See, my sons had that Bay Area mental, bro. I didn't raise my kids in LA. I didn't raise my kids in LA. My kids is raised in the Bay, bro. I spent more than half my life in the Bay Area. Yeah, I worked in Richmond. Bro. I've been in the Acorn projects and shit with niggas. I've been in 8-5 area of Oakland. Hanging with niggas. I knew niggas out of Sunnyvale. The Sunnyvale projects in San Francisco. Them projects ain't to be fucked with. Yeah, I've been in the Acorns. With my little partner, he had me go up in the Acorn. I had some niggas, some partners from 8-5 out of Oakland. They beat up the police, jumped on the police. They ran in my brother-in-law's house and the police couldn't find them. And they stayed in my brother-in-law's house till that morning. I come down there and pick them up and take their ass to Oakland, get them out of Solano County. Police are searching for them all night long, couldn't find them. They was hiding in my brother-in-law house. And my brother-in-law and them wouldn't open the door. When police were knocking on the doors and shit, some people answered, some people didn't. That morning they called me and said, "Say, we need you to take us to Oakland." I said, "Where y'all at?" They said, "We at your brother-in-law's spot." So when I come down here to get them, they all jump in the car with me and we take off, right? Woo! We hit I-80 to go to Oakland. And they was telling me they was the ones behind knocking that police out that night. And all that ruckus was going on that night with the helicopters and all the police trying to find these niggas. Couldn't find them. Plus my brother-in-law wasn't letting them in his house. He wasn't answering the door. He wasn't doing none of that shit. Yeah, EPA, East Palo Alto. When I first got to the Bay Area, they had the highest murder capital per rate when I got there. It was EPA that year. Yeah, 92. Got there late 90. I moved out there the day after Thanksgiving, 1990. And like I say, I know Oakland, EPA, New Orleans, back in them times, they all was certain years they was the #1 murder per capita on certain years. My boy right here say it was 92 for EPA. Them niggas is off the hook. When I first got out there, them East Palo Alto niggas. Now Palo Alto is a totally different place, Palo Alto. But EPA, East Palo Alto, that's like East St. Louis. That's like East St. Louis in Illinois. That ain't no motherfucking joke. Now, like when I got there, a lot of people was talking about Oakland and Frisco, true enough. But Richmond, cuz, was the worst motherfucking area to me at that time. Them motherfucking niggas in Richmond wasn't fucking playing. Them north, south, and central Richmond motherfuckers wasn't playing. Yeah, East Palo Alto, stay the fuck out of there. Shit, the University of Stanford is in Palo Alto, correct? Okay, y'all, let me get back to y'all later, bro. I'm gonna chime back into y'all later. You done that quick?
I mean, I've been sitting out waiting on you.